Uh-oh. 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 Oh, here we go. Love this song. Shelley Winter Show. This is, let's have some fun. I mean, come on, it's Friday. It's cold out. Let me tell you, if you grew up in the era as I did, right? I grew up, as many of you know, in New York City. And many of you may not be interested in hearing this, but I hope you are, because it's informing you of more of who I am, right? So I grew up in New York City. And when I had to, people say, oh, I had the luck to be born when they put a man on the moon, or whatever, these things that they remember, these historical things. Well, for me, one of the things that I'm blessed that I was born when hip hop started, like from the very first days of it, I was there. I wasn't at Mount Morris Park, but I was there when all of this great culture started. Not rap music now, hip hop, right? I was there in the beginning, and it's a blessing to have seen it and to have experienced it. And there's four elements of what we call hip hop. There's the DJ, the MC, graffiti, and breakdancing. Those are the four elements of hip hop. Okay, and you've seen them all. Right? Even if you're not a fan, you've seen it all. And it's interesting because when I was growing up, at a certain point in time, everybody had a cardboard box. Everybody believed that they can break dance, no matter how fundamental you were. I had a good friend of mine, Eric. Eric was a dancing machine. He could pop lock, he could break dance, he can do it all. Right? Growing up, and every kid had a box, every kid had a cardboard box, and just what we did growing up. Graffiti, on the other hand, was the one thing that the other three were some things that not everybody could do. And graffiti was one of them. And graffiti in New York City was out of control in the 70s. It was out of control. It's out of control. And the reason why it was out of control was because there were so many people not good at it. But there were some true artists. Like we look at, what's this guy's name? The guy that does the really great art. Oh, man. Someone out there, 448-720-750, 1-800-WSB-TALK. He's got the famous one with the girl. Oh, so many. Oh, I think he's European. Oh, I can't believe. Anyway, long story short. I'm sorry. I can't believe this is going to bother me all weekend. I can't remember his name. Oh, God. It's going to bother me. Anyway, but growing up in New York City, a lot of graffiti, people, it was an eyesore. But for many of us growing up, the artistry was not an eyesore. And you would see trains, because the trains were the easiest to what they call tag, because the train sat in train yards. So when let's say that a train got to the end of the station and it was the run was over for the A train, it would go into the train yard and it would sit there all night long. And so the graffiti artists would tag the trains. And they became art, moving art. And for years, there were people that complained about it. They passed laws against it. If they caught graffiti artists tagging something, they would arrest them and fine them and put them in jail. I mean, it was a tough battle between the kids, the taggers, the graffiti artists, and the police and law enforcement. But it really became art. And then finally, I'll never forget, this is when I knew how capitalism can sometime, and corporatism, not capitalism, but corporatism can destroy things. One year, probably around the 82, 83, there was a graffiti show at an art gallery. And they were selling graffiti in $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. And the interesting thing is the graffiti artists leading up to this point in time were all black and Hispanic poor kids. When they had the graffiti art show, it was white kids. And that's when we kind of knew, the culture's going to change. But breakdancing was largely black and Hispanic. MCing, DJing, this is the hip-hop culture in New York City that I grew up with. I apologize for going down that road, but the reason why I went down that road is because that song that we came in with, hit that song one more time for me, Magic Mike, if you can. All right, you can't. The reason why.
It's on a rotator, so it wouldn't go back to that song. It goes to the next song.
Gotcha.
Song,
That's fine. I understand. But that song that we came into the segment with was a breakdance song that's legendary. If you go to a party, even at my age now, if a DJ plays that song, which is Bongo Rock by Michael Viner, original bongo band. Bongo Rock is called. If someone played that wasn't Apache. I think it was Apache. I can't remember. Anyway, if you play that song, everybody that has those memories of breakdancing would all hit the ground and start breakdancing in our 60s, our 50s, our 70s, and our 80s as best we can. We'll be right back. I'm sorry. Banksy. Thank you, Alex from Conyers. Banksy is the artist that I was talking about. Thank you so much, Alex. I love you very much. We will be right back. It's the Shelley Winter Show.